she's already kind of wanting to leave. She's like, where are you going, bud? Now I have no partnership with this horse. She doesn't know me. She knows me very little. So as he leaves, the thing that I'm going to do is let's just watch the behavior for a minute. And this is key not to get worked up about it yourself. So the thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a little circle here and see if I can show you. And I'm going to probably move out of it in a minute, but I'm going to draw a little circle about 4 foot across or 3 foot across. And I'm just going to use this as my personal space bubble. This is one of the things that I'm going to do, is to try to stay in here just for now, and then I'm going to start moving. But here's what's key, is that we start to establish some personal space. So I'm going to use touch on her nose to back her out and then leave her alone. And then I'm going to ask her back out again and just try to establish a bit of space with her where she can stay out there at least at arm-tips length. I like to have a personal space with a horse where if they come in uninvited, closer than arm-tips length, that I send them back out. So I can use a little rhythmical pressure and drive them back here by wiggling the rope and see if she'll go back, kind of bump her back. I can use the stick and see if I can kind of tap her on the chest there and drive her back if she needs to. She's getting a little more animated here. And the biggest thing here is that I keep my personal space when she does. That I keep her respecting my personal space. If I start moving around and ducking in and out of her way and she starts running over that place, I'm actually unintentionally drawing her over top of me. So I would prefer right now that she lead 10, 12 feet away from me than I would that she lead right beside my shoulder. I can look at her. If I feel she's coming up on me, I'm going to wiggle her back and send her back there and say, now that's your place back up there, and this is mine here. You regard my space, and you just stay in sync with me back there. If I stop, you stop. If she doesn't stop right when I do, she did pretty good, I'm going to send her back. I'm going to start with a little circle. So if I have my circle here and I'm really established, I'm going to see if I can take here and lead her nose out and point my foot out and send her front away and out onto that circle. Now there's going to be a little driving on the hind if I need her to go forward, and I'm going to walk forward on my circle. This is key, that I continue walking forward on my circle, and that every time she's right where I want her, which means that she's at about a 4 foot distance away from me, and that she's not dragging behind or running ahead, she's going to find that neutral sweet spot. Another active neutral. So she tried to come into my space. She came out of the active neutral, tried to barge in my space, so I put my stick around and try to drive her away, and then I'm just going to go about my business. One thing that can't do is cause you to have a reaction. It's not even going to get me off track. If I wasn't even teaching you guys right now, I'd be back on that circle already. So let's get back to it. Point her front, drive her, keep my space in my circle, and make sure that she regards where I'm going and what I'm doing here. So I'm going to slow her down now. I didn't want her trotting, so I'm just going to wiggle the rope a little, just get in front, get in the way of her nose a bit, and see if I can just have her walk. So in this circle, you're going to start establishing just a little circle, very close contact little circle, and then see if you can get her to go and kind of maintain her distance from you, maintain the speed that you're going, make sure that you're really walking forward and leading with your feet. Then see if you can bring the rein towards you, the nose towards you, and drive the hindquarters and get it out of your way to have her face you, just like this. Can I change hands with the stick and the rein? Point with this hand, send her front end away from me, and that time she tried to more cut in with her shoulder at me, so I'm going to point her nose. I'm stepping towards her here to send her away. I'll give you another view of that. I'm taking the front end. I'm going to step this way to send her out and away. Versus, if I'm in my little circle and I step back and away, which is all of us who were taught to lunge a horse from chasing from behind, we all learned this, to step back here, that horse is running over where I was. So in the case that I didn't move, they'd run over you. So this is why it's important. You step towards them, send them away from you, not you away from them. See if she can find that little neutral spot. You stay out of my circle, drive her away, point her forward. See if I can keep her on at the walk, just walking a little forward circle. I'm going to bring the rein towards my midsection, drive the hindquarters here till she faces me. I'm just going to ask her if I can get her to move away her shoulders and her front end. She does. Give her a rub. Try that several times. Get her front over and give her a rub. Can I ask her to move off of this? I'm going to squeeze pretty firm here. Find the level of intensity that it gets to work, and then go back and reinforce and see if you can get it to work just off your intent. Rub my way down here and see if I can drive the hindquarters by looking here like this and a little bit of driving pressure. And then rub her. And every time you go stimulate them, go back to neutral or friendly to relax them. So ask her to be a little more responsive there. Can I ask the front end around? And I'm going to put the stick across the whole front like this. So as I do that, if she doesn't move, I can reach and tap the shoulder. If the shoulder didn't move, I can drive the neck or the nose. But I'm going to position myself here so that she turn on the haunches. So here in this case, the nose and the neck is turned, but the shoulder isn't. So I'm going to tap right there and say, get your shoulder over, and then rub. See if I can throw this rope over in a real friendly way. I can walk down, throw it around her back legs, have a friendly posture. I like to have that, am I being friendly check.